し書こう。今日の分の日記だ。
Oh boy.
なんだ、相変わらずテンションが低いな。
Do I seem that way?
見るからに元気ない。
Really?
ああ、そうだよ。なんだか私が嫌がるお前に無理やりやらせてるみたいで、いい気分がしないよ。まあ、半分はそんな感じだけど。
Really?
おい、さっきからそうかなしか言ってない。
Really?
ほらまたそうかなだ。他に何も言うことはないのか？
Really?
お前、いい加減にしないと噛むぞ。
I'm okay with that. I mean, that'd be more of that'd be more of a reward than a punishment, bro. We're on the same. We got the same brain cell. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't glare at me in disgust. Only in your route, I'll let you do it. What?
お前は時々変なことを言うから嫌だ。
I'm sorry, Shinku.
とにかくさ、いつも聞いてるけど、そんなに日記を書くのが嫌いなのか？
And like I always tell you, it's not a matter of liking or disliking it. I'm just not good at it. I mean, you can practice and do something all you like, but if you're not good at it, it's hard to really find enjoyment doing it, right?
それは嫌いなんだって言ってるのと同じじゃないか。
Not again, really?
この野郎、今度そうかなって言ったら罰ゲームだからな。
Uh-oh. That sounds really frightening.
おい、
Eh,
今のはわざとか。わざとだろう。わざとなんだな。
nuh-uh. Sorry, I got curious about what the punishment might be for a second, and my mouth acted on impulse.
今日は嫌に絡むじゃないか。いいだろう。お望み通り罰ゲームだ。
After declaring her intent, she leans her body forward. Hey, Shinku, what are you... Not a second later, she launches the back of her head into my throat. She caught me entirely off guard. I know if that's the right sound, but... Oh, crap. I bit my tongue.
直してなんてやらないからな。ほら、さっさと書く。じゃないともう一回罰ゲームだぞ。
You're a slave driver.
ブツブツ言ってないで。ほら、もっとやる気を出せってば。
Fine. I open up the book and take my pen in hand. Shiku instructs me, and I begin filling out the pages. Okay, that's my entry for the day done with. I wearily flop down onto my bed. I'm so tired. I'm hitting the sack right now, regardless of what anyone says.
相変わらず時間がかかるな。1日分の日記だけでどうして1時間以上もかかるんだ？
Because he forgot. I can never put my mind to it, which means I have an awful time trying to focus. No, maybe some Ritalin would help. But wait, I don't think Japan allows it. You know what? You're a lost cause, Yuma. Shinku?
なんだかだんだん私のことが嫌いだって言われてるように思えてきた。
Huh? I raise my head from the sheets. Why would you think that?
だって私の本に日記を書くのが嫌だっていうのは それはほら、つまりそういうことじゃないか。
Oops. No, I think I sort of see the point you're trying to make, but I promise you're just overanalyzing the situation.
もういい。
She turns her cheek to me in a huff.
お前なんか嫌いだ。
What? Don't throw a little temper tantrum on me now, Shinku.
すぐそういう嫌なことを言う。
She and I are always together. I guess it's easy for me to speak on accident without giving her feelings due consideration. I'm sorry, Shinku. That was rude of me. I'll do anything you want me to do. So please, just forgive me.
本当か？
Huh?
本当に何でも言うこと聞くのか？
Yeah, I promise. Anything at all you want.
よし、それじゃあ話をしよう。
I knew it. You want me to talk with you? That's it?
ああ、朝までずっとな。今日はいろいろあってあまり話せなかったから。
Uh-oh. Alright, maybe that really is a punishment. She turns back around with a wide smile on her face. Hey, were you even mad at me to begin with, Shinku?
嫌いだとは言ったけど、怒ったなんて言ってないけどな。
I kind of feel like I've been tricked.
そうかな。
God damn it, Shinku. Hey, did you do that on purpose? Bro, how could she not be best girl?
さあ、どうだろうな。
She's like the only one who isn't annoying. What? Mac background. Like always, she and I talked for hour after hour about silly mundane things. Even so, I enjoyed every second of our little tete-a-tete. I think that's how it's pronounced. I did promise her that I would keep her company till morning came, but unfortunately my body wasn't quite willing to comply. Yeah, I was already in bed anyway, so... Sorry, my eyes are starting to close. I don't think I can stay awake any longer. I fall down and allow my exhausted body to sink into the bed. I can hardly even remember what Shinku was talking about toward the end of our conversation. Talking with you is lots of fun, and I'd do it if I could I could, but my body definitely can't last till morning.
しょうがないな。今日は許してやろう。
Thanks.
おやすみ、ユーマ。
I slowly close my eyelids. Good night, Shinku.
ああ、ユーマの明日が楽しいことでたくさん溢れているようにって祈ってるよ。
After falling into slumber, I begin to dream of it again. Feathers, pure white like snow, falling from a blue sky. Oh. Chapter 9, The Oddity of Your Presence. I believe you. Oh, okay, I guess we only got a bit of Tsukasa before ending off her chapter. I feel bad for her, but
今週末は海へ遊びに行くそうです。
you know, I understand that there isn't really much to her character other than she doesn't like receiving money and gives Shigure lots of money because she lives at the dorm. even though she's the only one who gives him money. And I mean, you know, you can go into depth with that character, but that's probably more what they're gonna do with her route. Say what? Oh, currently sitting atop the roof eating lunch made by Mio.
海ですか？
Everybody stops their hands and directs their attention towards Tsukasa.
はいです。海なのです。
Today we've invited the new resident Tomine Tsukasa. Like I say, she's not the new resident, especially compared to Ayumu and Mio, to come join us up here for lunch from now on. Incidentally, Mio also made a lunchbox for her. The plan is to all get together once lunch comes. Go to Tsukasa's classroom and pick her up. And come here to eat. The plan is, I think I said was. As a bit of an aside, Tsukasa is in class 1-3 and she sits in seat number 7. They've numbered the seats.
お兄さん聞いてください。私7番です。ラッキーセブンです。
I would have thought she would have been like column 3, row 2. I don't know how many seats, I don't know how many desks there are per row and column, so I just did a random one. I recall the look of pure joy on her face as she informed me so.
きっと金運アップで商売繁盛間違いなしですよね。
She was curling her fists in eager excitement. Yeah, I can see that. From the looks of it, she hasn't quite given up yet on the shoulder massaging business. Oh. I mean, she wants money, so... Well, that's enough flashbacks for now. You said we're going to the beach?
Hi.
She nods vigorously, but carefully cradles the lunchbox from Mio to ensure the food doesn't jumble around.
今週末のお休みに皆さんで遊びに出かけましょうとお姉さんから伝言をいただきました。
Are you referring to Suzu?
そうです。この心も体も発展途上真っ最中な小さき私の雇い主様です。
Hmm. So you still have a contract with her?
そうなんです。ありがたいことにまた何かあったら使ってくださるそうです。私のことを。
That's great to hear. Wait, we're going to the beach this weekend? We're going to the beach this weekend?
ああ、はい。そうみたいです。はい。
How abrupt.
先ほど私の携帯電話にお姉さんからご連絡いただいたのです。
Huh? On your cell phone?
初めてかかってきたお電話だったので緊張してしまいました。
You have a phone, Tsukasa? I have to say I didn't quite expect her to.
先日この先お仕事で使うかもしれないからと夏目お姉さんに持たせていただいたのです。
Oh, okay. I bet you were happy about that, huh?
はい、私感動なのです。
Tsukasa reaches into her skirt pocket and pulls out a pink cell phone.
夢にまで見た最先端のコミュニケーションツールです。これで私も立派なセレブリティの仲間入りですよね。
Did you just say posh? There are numerous things I want to comment on, but I decide to remain silent for the time being.
お姉さんのお話によりますと、お兄さんはお電話の電源を入れていないみたいだとのことで、なので私の方にご連絡があったようなのです。
Is it off? I think you're still dead. I think it's still a dead phone. Her words prompt me to reach into my pocket and take out my own cell phone. And I soon notice something Sorry, I actually forgot to bring it. Ain't no way. All right, at least he doesn't have a brick in his phone in his pocket this time.
不携帯か。それじゃあ確認のしようがないじゃないか。
Yeah, but you know, you could have reminded me. Nor whether it's even turned on in the first place.
ああ、はい、そうなのです。
What's up?
夏目お姉さんがおっしゃっていました。お兄さんはあまり携帯電話にこだわらないといったようなところがあるので、ちょくちょく連絡がつかないことがあるのだとか。
Yeah, that's because I don't write the whereabouts of my cell phone in my diary. Right.
だからこれからは私が緊急用の連絡係として任命されました次第です。
I don't appreciate that you're the emergency contact when there are a lot more competent people around me. Mio. She did what? Are you serious?
はい、そうなのです。
Kana. She gives a firm salute.
これからはずっとおそばに控えています。もちろんお邪魔にならないようにこじんまりと。どうかよろしくお願いいたします。
Ayumu? Well, he doesn't know about the other side. And neither does Mio, so I guess Kana's the only one. She ends with a deep bow. Oh, okay, thanks. Caught up in the rush of things, I respond with a bow of my own.
海ですか。
Kana muses to herself, whilst eating the lunch provided to her by Mio.
確か海開きの日って7月の20日前後が定番ですよね。
Oh, yeah, generally.
今週末というとまだ海開きが済んではいませんが大丈夫でしょうか。
What are you asking exactly?
町の偉い人に怒られちゃったりとかでしょうか。
I doubt it. It's still perfectly legal to go and play in the ocean, even outside of beach season. What do you mean?
そうですか。
What? The beach is a public place for anyone to go to. You don't need to. It's not open on set times of the year. What are you talking about? Well, depending on the beach. Most beaches are public. Anyhow, the tourists will start pouring in once summer vacation starts. If we go now, it'll be less crowded, so we can relax and enjoy ourselves. What's wrong, Mio? You're kind of groaning over there.
私
Bikini.
水着持ってない。
That's what I thought. She either didn't have one or she was embarrassed to wear one. Oh, you don't?
学校指定の水着はあるけど、だけどもう合わなくなってるし。
Now that you mention it, I've only got my school trunks. How about I consider inviting her to go swimsuit shopping with me later when a thought suddenly occurs to me. Do you have one, Kana?
はい、ありがとうございます。私は持っています。
Ah, okay. I can't say I expected her to. Yeah, no shit, considering that she has never been seen with anything but a maid outfit, school's uniform, and the kimono, even though she should have been in a yukata.
少し前に夏目さんから使わなくなった洋服をたくさんいただいたんですが、その時に水着が入っていましたから。
Oh, that makes sense.
サイズもぴったりだと思います。夏目さんと胸のサイズも近いですから、私。
Right. Oh, okay. I quickly avert my eyes. How could she even say something like that with a straight face? I'm at a complete loss for words.
私もメイドのお姉さんと一緒です。ありがたいことにお兄さんのお姉さんにいただいた水着がありますので、万事 OK、 問題なしです。僕も大丈夫。
Damn, I guess it'll just be me and Mio. Alright, so most of us are good with swimsuits. Mio being the only one in need of one.
ユーマさん、私思うんですけど、
Uh-huh. Sure, what's up?
水着だけじゃなくてもう一つ考えないといけないことがあると思うんです。
Uh-huh. Oh?
はい、海水浴に出かけるということは、多分その日の昼食が、要するにお弁当が必要だということになりますよね。
Oh, true. It depends on the time of the day. We decide to go, but either way, we'll probably need food at some point. That we'll be able to get anything decent from the beach shacks around this time of year. All right, I'll make the lunches. He deserves a break every now and then.
別に大変でもないし、私は構わないけど。
I mean, at this point, I think Mio likes cooking, so you know, no skin off her back. But wouldn't it feel nice not to have to do it every now and then?
そう、それならその日はお願いしてもいい？
Sure thing. But don't expect them to measure up to yours in terms of taste. I think Kana wants to have Mio's food, not yours. Yeah, Kana? You look like you want to interject. Or does she want to cook? Yeah.
私が作ります。
Uh-oh. Huh? Make what?
お弁当です。その日のお弁当は私が作ります。いいえ、作らせてください。ぜひにでも。
Okay. Wait a second.
待つってどうしてですか？
Well, how do I go about explaining this? I was hoping she'd get the hint and not press at me further, but she's still staring at me in utter confusion. I don't think this needs repeating at this point, but Kana is not a good cook. Her dishes are akin to poison. One taste of it has the power to kill a man. Make no mistake, her culinary concoctions are extremely dangerous. Bioweapons powerful enough to rip one's very soul out of their body and send it to the afterlife. I think you still need more practice before you're ready for something like this. Merely recalling the first time I tasted one of her lunches leaves every cell in my body quivering with fear. The trauma from that experience left a deeper scar than I thought it seems. This must be a warning from the area of my brain responsible for death aversion, or at the very least, keeping me mentally sound.
ダメですか？私がお弁当を作っていくのは。
Not necessarily. I nod, then quickly correct myself and shake my head. I'm not saying you absolutely can't. It's just it's hard to tell her no when she looks at me so imploringly. I just don't think you're quite ready yet.
でも、こういう日のために毎晩一人で料理の練習してきたんです。私。
Been practicing?
皆さんが眠った後にこっそり頑張ってました。
Oh, have you?
はい、そうなんです。この頃
Mio?
この頃ね、冷蔵庫の中身が減るのが 早いな、おかしいなって思ってたの。
Yeah, there's been a rat stealing all the food, but in fact it was just Kana cooking. Where does all the food go after she's finished eating it? After she's finished cooking it?
すみません、勝手に使っちゃってました。
She frowns apologetically.
ある程度使ったら補充しようとは思ってたんですが。失敗した料理の行方は？
I mean, I was also asking that.
あ、はい、それはですね、最初の方は管理人さんが食べてくださっていました。味の確認も含めて。
That's the real reason Shigure left. It wasn't because of a mission he's on. It's because he didn't want to taste any more of Kana's fucking food. Wait, he did?
真夜中に厨房でゴソゴソしていたのがバレちゃいまして。
Oh, bro, he left to find a fucking doctor to detoxify his to get rid of all this shit in his stomach.
事情を説明しましたら、味見役をしてくれると言ってくださいました。感想を言ってくれる人がいた方が練習になるだろうからって。
He needed to get his stomach pumped after all the poison that Kana fed him. Huh. So what kind of feedback did he give?
はい。
She juts out her chest confidently.
とても美味しいと言ってくれました。
He did?
ですが管理人さん、この頃ちょっと体の調子が悪かったみたいで。
I see. How so?
はい。箸を進められるたびに顔色が青に近づいていかれるので、よっぽど体調が優れなかったんだと思います。
Listen. I'm not far off and right.
それなのに無理をして食べてくださって、もしかしてお熱でもあるのかなと思ってお粥を作りましょうかとは言ったのですが、それはいいとのことで。とにかくそういうわけで管理人さんはとても美味しいとおっしゃってくれましたが、もう少し練習したくて今日までかかってしまいました。
Still, I have to ask. Did he eat everything you cooked for him? No crumbs or anything?
はい、毎日残さずきれいに食べてくださいましたよ。
Bro, he's dead. Then no wonder he left. Oh god. I want to offer a prayer for this poor man's departed soul. Perhaps Carter's nightly cooking endeavors were one of the reasons why he left the dorm. See, Yuma and I thinking the same thing. Question.
なんでしょう。
Do you ever taste any of the food that you make?
しませんよ。そういうのはマナー違反だと聞いたので。
Bad manners for who? Yourself? Seriously?
お行儀が悪いからやめなさいって。
Who said that? Who told you this? Was it Suzu? I guarantee it would be Suzu.
今のは納得できるような理由だったかな。
Maybe, you know what? I know who told Kana not to taste her own cooking. It was her mum, because after Kana's mum tasted Kana's cooking, Kana's mum was like, "Listen, don't taste your food. It's bad manners because it was so shit that Kana's mum was worried that Kana would poison herself." Never mind. Honestly, probably not. But man, Shigure, I appreciate that you don't want to hurt the residents' feelings, but come on. Sometimes giving someone the cold, hard truth is in their best interest.
し 正直な感想ですか？
Listen, Yuma puts her hand on her shoulder, walks her to the edge of the roof. You shit. She cocks her head in puzzlement. Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself. Yuma, at least follow your own advice, okay? I shamefully avert my gaze.
弱いな。
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just can't bring myself to tell her the truth. Listen, if she's gonna take criticism from anyone, at least let it be her husband, okay? I'm too scared that it'll hurt her, that I'll hurt her feelings. Listen, okay? Communication is the key to a successful relationship.
自分で自分の作った料理を食べてみろと一言言えばそれで済むのに。
Shinku, because Yuma isn't that smart, okay? Give him some slack. That also scares me. She might legitimately cry from the shock. That's what I'm saying. That's why Carter's bumped.
とにかく今日までの特訓の成果を発揮したいんです。
Oh, okay.
前回はユーマさんにちょっと格好悪いところを見せてしまいましたけど。
Previous mishap. Oh, right. The time I ate that dreadful lunch of hers and very nearly had my soul pulled out of my body.
でも今回は大丈夫です。美味しいって言ってもらえるように私頑張りましたから。
I hope that you've at least leveled up to beginner chef. Really? Are you really sure it'll be fine? If there's even a modicum of doubt in your mind, then I think you should wait and practice some more.
だから大丈夫なんですってば。
She pouts grumpily. Well, moving on. We really need to get back to discussing the beach trip.
わかりました。
ん？
どうしても信用していただけないのなら、今日の夕飯の出来で判断してください。
Oh no. You're feeding your poison. You're gonna poison the rest of the dorm? Oh no. What'd you just say?
もしも私が今日のお夕飯を上手に作ることができたなら、週末のお弁当は私に任せてください。
Is this really that important to you?
ダメですか？
I don't want to poison myself, so you know, you get it, right? Oh wait, you don't know your food is shit. She looks up at me with pleading eyes. What do I do? Forget the weekend. We might be eating our last supper tonight. I can already eerily picture the dining room area as the dead bodies begin dropping like flies. Kana.
はい。
Is there nothing I can say to talk you out of this?
頑張ります。
Right, that you are. How on earth am I going to stop her? As the acting door manager, I have to avoid this impending catastrophe at all costs. I sink into thought. How can I convince her to stop while not hurting her feelings, given that she's brimming with enthusiasm? That's impossible. You have to hurt her feelings.
別にいいじゃない。
Uh-oh. What?
ここまで言うんだから作ってもらえばいいのに。
Yeah, but she's shit. I mean, no, but I can't just. Come on.
もしもちょっと美味しくなかったからって誰も文句なんて言わないわよ。
I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was pretty meh. Mio, you should have been smart enough to realize that the manager was dying. Mio, you don't understand.
じゃあ何なの？ 別に死ぬわけでもないでしょ。だったら好きにしてもらえばいいじゃない。
Oh, yes, it is. I have a vivid flashback of the near-death experience I had the last time I ate Kana's cooking. Mio, I love you, but you can't be more wrong. It will it may well kill me.
私、メイドなお姉さんのお料理食べてみたいです。
I'm sure you'd be fine with eating anything, Tsukasa. Tsukasa?
僕も食べてみたいと思う。
You ignorant soul, you ignorant souls.
そうね、私もちょっと食べてみたいなって思うわ。
Let them experience her cooking. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should save them. You guys, they know nothing. Only because of their ignorance can they stand here and say the things they do.
皆さん、ありがとうございます。
They're a lost cause, Yuma. You're either gonna have to hurt Kana's feelings or kill them. Or let Kana kill them. Kana immediately responds to their interest with glee. She claps her hands together, placing them atop her chest.
私、全力全開で頑張りますね。
The beaming smile on her face stretches from ear to ear.
なんだかまとまりつつあるな。
Yep. And it's all your fault, Yuma. I'm no longer responsible for anything that happens to them beyond this point. I salute them. They have laid their lives on the line and they don't even know it. Oh? When I come to check the manager's office after school, I find a surprise waiting for me. You're back. Shugure himself is there, sitting at his desk.
ああ、うん。ちょっと商用あってね。一旦戻ってきたんだ。
Oh, okay. Well, anyhow, welcome back, Shugure.
あ、ただいま。何か僕が留守の間に問題とかはなかったかな？
Maybe. There may be one problem. Nothing noteworthy. I proceed to give him a brief overview of everything that happened in his absence. How Mio's been doing now that she's finally moved here, and about Tsukasa working for Suzu. I also inform him of the slight incident that happened in the merchant town. Ren's disappearance and the butterfly we saw in the mountains that seemed oddly reminiscent of Shigure's seedlings.
そうか。そんなことがあったのか。
Luckily, it led us to Ren. But I'm still curious. That seedling wasn't yours, was it?
さあ、どうだろう。
Why are you being so evasive? I furrow my brows at his vague, nonchalant response.
君が山の中で見たのは僕の指揮であるのか、それともそうではないのか。
It
その
belonged
判
to
断
Kyo.
は君に任せることにするよ。
Oh, you're still talking. Why are you answering me like that? There's clearly something you're not telling me here.
まあいいじゃないか。いろいろと説明のしづらいこともあるんだ。
Well, okay. All I can do is concede and leave the matter at that. So, are you back because of something urgent?
ああ、そうだね。休養といえば休養だ。君と少し話をしておこうと思ってね。
You want to talk with me?
ああ、そうだ。僕は君にこの寮の管理人形を代行してもらいたいと、そうお願いしたわけだけど。
Right.
それなのに、思えば僕はまだ君に寮生たちの情報を何一つとして教えていなかったことを思い出してね。
は？
言うなれば、緊急連絡先を記した名簿だとか、そういったものの引き渡しがまだだったということだね。
Isn't it a bit late to be realizing that?
そう、今更なんだ。
He smiles ruefully.
君に管理人代行を任せたと言っておきながら、管理人が知っておくべき最低限だと思われる寮生たちの情報を君に話していなかった。
Great.
それを思い出したから、こうして急いで戻ってきたんだよ。後任者である君に管理人業務のバトンを渡すためには、もう少し密に引き継ぎ作業を行う必要があるなと思ったんだよ。
More material?
そう、引き継ぎだ。住人たちの抱える事情を最低限でも把握しておかなければ、もしも彼女たちの身に何か問題が起きたとき、十分に動けないかもしれないだろ。
I'm sorry, what?
ともかく、そういった万が一の時に備えて、これから君に管理人業務の引き継ぎを行いたいと思う。
Sorry for forgetting such an important measure in my rush the other day. He apologizes while scratching the back of his head in embarrassment. This is merely a student accommodation dorm. Is it really necessary for the manager to be so knowledgeable about the residents? Even so, I put aside my skepticism for the moment. If I argued that I don't particularly like being the acting manager, would that make any difference to you? He grimaces and rubs his chin in contemplation.
論外ではないけれど、僕としてはあまり嬉しいタイプの返答ではないかな。それはほとんど無理やりに近い形で君を巻き込んでしまった僕が言えた義理じゃないのは重々承知なのだけれどね。
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I shake my head after a small intake of breath. Okay, I'll see this job through to the end, I think.
そうか、ありがとう。そう言ってもらえると僕は嬉しいよ。
I reflect over everything that happened these past few days. Room 101, Minami Kana. She supposedly made a promise with me a long time ago and came to this town specifically to search for me. Room 102, Kisaragi Mio. I think this is the first time we've seen her room decorated. She moved here supposedly because she didn't want to go back home, as she told me. Room 103, Shikishima Kyo. She's a girl who's lived in her room, shut away from the outside world for years. Room 201, Tomine Tsukasa. She's in a situation where she needs to earn money in order to pay back a debt to someone. That about sums up what I know regarding each of their circumstances. Right, yeah, you've listed off the 4 love interests, leaving out Ayumu and Suzu. It might be beneficial for me to mentally organize all of this information, or even possibly make an effort to learn more about their individual situations.
管理人代行を真剣にこの先もやっていこうと考えるなら、話を聞いておいて損になるようなことはないと思うよ。
どうしたユウマくん。
It's nothing. I'll hear what you have to tell me about the residents.
よし、わかった。僕が話せることを君に話そう。
Yeah, what is number 7? Oh, no, number 11. Thank you. All right. Who should I ask about first? Interesting. Is this another one of those of the choose, you have to choose the first one to get the route of her? All right. Since I chose Kana first the first time, I guess I'm stuck with doing her route, huh?
101号室の住人、カナちゃんの話をしよう。
Okay.
ユウマくんがあの子をここに連れてきた日のことを覚えているかい？
I do. I think back to that fateful day. The full moon was shining bright in the sky, from which came falling Minami Kana, which sounds slightly more dramatic than it was, I admit.
その夜にユウマくんが帰った後、彼女と今後のことを含めて少し話をしたんだけれど。
He then falls silent and glances at me. Yeah?
いや、ユウマくんは本当にあの子のことを覚えていないのかなって思ってね。
He doesn't remember anything. No, I don't. I really don't.
そうか。
This might sound like an odd question, but do Carter and I really know each other?
そうだな。
Perhaps she and I once met. Perhaps it was some time in the distant past before I lost my memory.
君と彼女がどういった関係なのか。申し訳ないけれど、その点については僕はわからない。彼女は僕に何も語ってくれなかったからね。
Oh.
ただ、あの子が君のことを話すときは、とても嬉しそうな顔をするからね。少なくとも彼女は、嘘をついてはいないのだろうと僕には思える。管理人代行としての君に、僕が引き継ぐことのできる彼女の情報について話そう。僕は彼女から探し物の依頼を受けたんだ。そのことだけは知っておいてもらいたい。
Okay, I know about that. He's a client of yours? He mutters an before giving a slow nod.
だから、もしも彼女の探し物が見つかったとき、君が彼女の力になってあげてほしい。
You want me to be with her? Be there for her?
あ、もちろん、それが許される状況だったなら、ということにはなるけれどね。
Okay, I'll do that. I nod. I'll do anything I can for her.
ありがとう。これで、また一つ安心を得られた。
If you don't mind me asking, what is it that she asked you to search for?
ごめんな。
あ？
ここまで話しといてなんだけれど、その詳しい内容は僕からは教えてあげられない。
Ain't no way. Why not?
これは、この寮の管理人としての僕ではなく、探し物屋としての僕と彼女との間に交わされた話だから。わかるだろ？依頼者の話を漏らすわけにはいかないんだ。そこのところは理解してもらえると思う。
Right. I fully understand that. Albeit as an apprentice, I do work as a liberator myself.
彼女の探し物が見つかったとき、彼女自身が君に事情を打ち明けるなら、その時は力になってあげてほしい。101号室の住人、南かなについてのまとめをしよう。彼女は君を探してこの町へやってきた。そして縁あって僕は彼女の探し物を手伝っている。 ま、僕から彼女について言えることはその程度か。
Alright, I understand. Minami Kana. I haven't really learned anything about anything new about her. Things I don't know about her far outnumber the things that I do. Well, anyhow, there was one thing I wanted to inform you of with regard to her. May I?
何かな？
She's been practicing her cooking in the kitchen nightly. And apparently, she's very eager to fix dinner tonight to display the fruits of her labor. I was waiting for him to bring it up to Shigure.
そうか。そう
Yeah.
なのか。それはまあ、いいことじゃないか。
His face turns visibly pale. He doesn't seem too thrilled by the news at the very least. She told me you've been helping her by tasting the things she makes and offering your opinions.
おう、そうか。
He let out a very, very lofty sigh.
探し物を引き受けてくれたお礼だからと言われると断れなくてね。気がつくと毎晩味見をさせられて。
Well then. So he didn't volunteer to do this for her out of the goodness of his heart. However, a token of gratitude, it feels a bit like the opposite if you ask me.
いや、決してそのようなことは。
Be honest, you weren't telling her the truth, were you?
あんなに一生懸命に作ってくれたのに、それにあんなにキラキラした目で感想を求められてはまずいだなんてことはとても。僕はもしかしたら胃腸を強くするための特訓でもさせられているんじゃないかと、そう途中から思ったよ。
Bro, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry you had to endure all that. I can't possibly ask him to join us for dinner tonight after hearing that story. Alright, who should I ask about next? Alright, so now none of these matter. It's just for, like, extra shit that, you know, you'll have to choose again when you replay through for a different route. So let's just go from the top. Kisaragi Mio.
それでは102号室ミオちゃんの話をしよう。とは言っても彼女については僕よりも君の方が詳しいんじゃないかな。
Probably.
むしろ僕が君に教えてもらうことの方が多そうに思えるな、彼女については。
Yeah, I suppose so.
君たちは幼馴染なわけだから。
Oh, childhood friends. I was not expecting them to show the CG again. Listen, I went through the CG on the all ages version. Bro, they didn't even try to like adjust the camera angle. They just cut it out. It's just a black screen. So I'm curious to see if it's a black screen here as well on the all ages version.
そうだろ？違うのかな？ともかく彼女とはあまり話ができてはいないというのが正直なところではあるんだ。だけど
Listen, I thought about censoring it back then, and I was like, fuck it, I don't want to censor that shit. And I'm not going to replace it with the all ages version because then that gets rid of the CG. So I was like, fuck it, because, you know, if I censored it, it would have hid some of the text, and I would have had to go over it again in editing, and I'm too lazy. I could do that here because the text was small enough so that I could censor the panty shot, but, you know, I need consistency. If I didn't censor it before, what's the point in doing it again, right? What's the point in doing it now? However,
ああ、うん。ここから先は僕の勝手な予想を口にする。 だから、話半分に聞いてほしい。
Huh. Sure.
彼女は家に帰りたくないんじゃないのかな。
Well, I want to say yes. She stated as such to me on the day that she moved here. Something or another happened. Something or another happened there being before. Wait. There being no point in. Something or another about there being no point in going home to an empty house. Right, yeah.
彼女の実家はすぐ近くにあるのに、わざわざここへ越してくる必要性があまり見えない。という安直な考えから来た予想だけどね。あまり彼女についてはまとめることもできなかったけど、102号室の住人、如月美桜については以上ということになるかな。
I suppose. If I do have any questions or concerns, it'd probably be better to take it up to take those to Mio herself. However, as long as she continues tiptoeing around the topics, I may not learn anything more about her situation.
役に立てなくてごめんな、ユウマくん。もう少し頼りになる大人だったらよかったんだけどね。
Oh, no. You've done plenty. You helped me sort through what I already know. And I think that's very important in and of itself. Mio, for some reason, doesn't want to go home. I should make a mental note not to forget that. After all, alright. Alright, who should I ask about next? Go, I guess.
さてと、103号室の引きこもり。じゃなかった。住人の話をしよ
I have a lot of questions about Kyo.
う。なるほど。わかった。それではまず、君の質問に答えていく形で進めようか。
Okay, sure. I pause for a brief moment to think. What should I ask first? First question. Why does she never leave her room?
ダイレクトな質問だな。
He shoots me a look of exasperation.
そうだな。それについては、どう説明していいか少し困るけど、あの子は僕の親戚の子なんだ。
I see. You're related? I mean, they do have similar powers, don't they?
彼女の家族に僕と親しくしてくれているやつがいてね。そいつの願いで、ある期間だけ、あそこの部屋にかくまっているような形になったんだ。
Okay. But she's not necessarily a recluse by personal choice. There seems to be more to her story than I initially anticipated. What exactly did this person ask you to shelter her from?
悪いが、これ以上は管理人業務の範囲外となる。だから話すことはできない。僕とそいつの個人的な付き合いの話だからね。
Bro literally just said, if you want more information, just do her route. Fuck you. Alright. He continues with a rueful grin, informing me that he's since broken off his friendship with this person, so it's rather difficult to get into contact with them. Shigure having a falling out with a friend? It's a bit hard to imagine from someone as good-natured as him. In any case, though, okay, well, if you think that he can't be the issue, then it was the friends who was the issue. I get the impression that I shouldn't pry for more details. So I simply move on to the next question. Are you the one who buys all of Kyo's manga and games and whatnot?
うん、そうだよ。
I know this might not be my place to say, but don't you think you're spoiling her a bit much?
いや、僕もそう思わないではなかったんだけど、なんていうのかな。せがまれるとついついね。
Listen, all I'm gonna say is my theory is that Shigure's friend was abusive to Kyo, and that's why she's in Shigure's custody, and he spoils her because he feels bad about her past. I forgot what I originally thought of, but I never mind. He's going to become the picturesque doting grandfather one day. I can already see it. There's something else that worries me. It's kind of been bugging me lately. Since I'm the acting manager, does that mean if Kyo begs me to buy her something, I have to get it for her? Frankly, I don't know if I can handle that.
いや、君がそこまでする必要はないよ。
Oh, okay. What a relief. That means I can finally fix Kyo's exorbitant spending habits while you're...
あの子に何かを買ってあげるときに使うお金は、ちゃんと押し入れに置いてあるから。それを遠慮なく使ってくれ。
Oh my god. Despite admitting that he's been spoiling her too much, he doesn't seem too keen on changing his ways. Well, if that's what you want, Shigure, if that's what you want, Shigure, then I won't object. I wearily shake my head as I heave a sigh.
今日についてはもう何もないかい？以上かな。
Can I ask you one more thing?
もう一つ？何かな？
I want to ask you about the sequeling I encountered in the mountains. Bro, Shigure, you know what he gives off? He gives off divorced dad energy whenever he talks about Kyo. If my hunch is right, then I know who was responsible for it.
どうしたんだい？質問は？
Never mind. I've forgotten what my question was.
おいおい、なんだよそれは。
And you know what? It's believable since it's him. He smiles wryly.
その年で健忘症か？気をつけるんだよ。そういうのを予防するには生活習慣が大事でね。
As he lightly reprimands me, I begin to gather my thoughts. When I asked him about the sequeling earlier, he dodged the question. I have no reason to believe he won't do that again. Well, if my conjecture is right, then that sequeling wasn't his at all. It belonged to someone else entirely. Someone whose name starts with a K. Forget it. I'm just being too nosy. He told me not to worry about it, so that's what I ought to do. It's more than likely something I don't need to know about right now, so I'll leave it alone for the time being. I am adamant that this is Kyo. If that sequeling was not Kyo's, then her commenting about the sequeling is even weirder.
というわけで、食生活というものがどれだけ大切なのか分かってもらえたと思うが、と、ちゃんと聞いてくれていたかな？
He forgot how to listen. He forgot how to listen. Yeah, I'm listening. Eat healthy and get lots of sleep, right?
うん、まあそういうことだ。
Is that everything you can tell me about Shikishima Kyo?
あ、君がそれでいいのなら以上だ。
Okay. Shikishima Kyo, the recluse of room 103, is related to Shigure. That should suffice for now.
さて、以上かな？
slightly over an hour has passed as we went around the remaining residents and discussed them. Oh, okay. So we only go through 3. That's weird, but I guess sure.
これで全ての住人の話をし終わったわけだが。
Right. Thank you very much for that. This is business here is more than likely over with. I feel like I have a better understanding of who they are and where they came from, and I managed to get the facts straight in my head. If I knew that there were only going to be 3 options, then I wouldn't have gone with Mio after Kana's, because I think I'm probably gonna do Mio's next after Kana.
そうか。
Yes. I can't judge if this will be adequate, however.
それでは、ユウマくん。管理人代行としてここに今日移す覚悟は決まったかな？
Yes. Wait. My residence? What's that supposed to mean?
言葉の通り、君がここに住むということだよ。
Well, shit. What? What on earth is he suggesting for me to do? But why? How come it's necessary for me to live in the dorm?
うん。まあ、それにはいろいろと思うところがあるんだけれど。これまでは君に、この管理人室の炭素の様子を確認してもらう程度のことをお願いしていたわけだ。
Of course. I check it every day before I head back to my apartment.
な、そこのところを疑ってるわけじゃもちろんないんだ。君のことは信用している。これまでも、これから先もずっとだ。ただね。
How so?
僕はこれから少し忙しくなる。彼女らの依頼を片付けるために時間を割かなくてはいけない。だから、こうしてここに帰ってこられる頻度も低くなるだろう。
Oh, so what you're saying is that the plot's about to pick up.
そうなると、僕は心配になるんだ。もしも寮生たちの身に何かしらの問題が起きたとき、誰がそばにいて、彼女たちの力になってやれるのだろうかって。万が一の時、僕が管理人代行として、君が彼女たちの力になってくれないかと、そう望んでいるんだ。
Is that why you don't? Is that why you told me everything about them today?
そうだ。その通りだね。だけど、そういった万が一が起こった時、君が彼女たちの近くにいなければ、何も対処のしようがない。違うかな？
Well,
だからそのような事態に備えて、君にはできるだけ彼女たちの近くにいてもらいたいんだよ。
but what about Suzu? Couldn't she assume that responsibility?
もちろん、彼女だって力になってくれるだろうし、実際とても頼りになる。だけど僕は、そこをあえて君にお願いしたいんだ。
Why me? He throws up a bit of an awkward smile before continuing.
僕は、君と夏目くんがここにいてくれれば、僕の留守を守ってくれれば、とても安心できるんだよ。そう、とても、とてもね。ここに今日移してほしいと最初に言ったけど、もちろん、君が今住んでいるアパートを引き払ってほしいと、そういうことを言っているわけではないんだ。君にとって、ここに住むことがどうしても難しいようなら、僕の仕事が一段落するまで、この管理人室に寝泊まりしてくれる程度でも十分だ。どうかな？急な話だとは思うけど、了承してもらえれば、僕は嬉しいんだ。
I mean, it's up to Shinku whether or not we want to, whether or not Yuma lives here. So there's only one thing to say right now. Can I ask something?
ああ、もちろん。
How long do you estimate it'll be before your work calms down?
わからない。だけどできるだけ早く。季節が3つ。いや、2つ移り変わるまでには済ませたいと思ってる。今はそうとしか言えない。
Shit. Alright.
さて、答えを聞かせてもらえないかな。
Half a year at the minimum.
どうするんだユーマ。引き受ける？それとも断る？
Well, I suppose I can. Alright. I'll do it.
おお、そうか。そう言ってもらえると僕は助かるんだ。
However,
ん？
can I add one condition?
条件？
Yes, if you agree to it, then I'll live here like you want me to.
そうか。そういうのも悪くはないな。いや、むしろこういう流れこそが対等か。
He heaves a heavy sigh.
それでその条件というのは？
Were you planning to set out once you were through talking to me?
そうだな。日付が変わる前には出ようと思っていたんだけれど。
Alright, my condition is that I'd like you to join us for dinner tonight. Oh!
は？
I know we already discussed it, but Khan is very excited about preparing dinner tonight. His face immediately turns pale.
今から言うことは、かなちゃんには言わないでほしいんだけど。
ん？
この条件は、命に関わると僕は思う。
Come on, please. Even though I'm the one who set this as a condition, I'm having to plead with him. Quite frankly, I'm not sure I can handle it on my own.
そうは言っても、なかなかヘビーな条件だね、これは。
My rationale was simply that with an extra head, each person would have to eat less.
多分人数分作るんだろうから、そういうことはないと思うけどな、私は。
But that's why you say last minute after Kana's already made the food, so she can't make more for Shugure. All right, simple. Well, my true feelings are that I think it's hardly fair that he alone gets to avoid this torture while the rest of us suffer. Teamwork helps get everyone through trying times.
ゆうまくん、あの子の料理の味は知ってるか？
Yes. Yes, and it's hard to believe I escaped with my life. In fact, it was such a shockingly bizarre taste that I want to ask her one of these days what exactly she put in there. Like I said, surely it tastes so bad because she mistook some of the ingredients for other ingredients because she was blind. And then Shigure comes along and is like, no, she's actually that bad. Even when she can see. So, like, you know, surely it's better. Right? But results aside, she's determined and trying her best. So I just can't bring myself to forbid her from cooking. It's incredibly hypocritical of me, I know. Yes, I said that, yes.
そうか。そうだよな。
Just think of it as us making sure the food he uses doesn't go to waste.
胃薬。胃薬はあったかな？
I'll make sure to get your stomach pumped. Well, you don't have to come if you absolutely don't want to.
いや、わかった。これも交換条件。飲むしかないよな。
All right. See you at dinner then.
ああ、わかった。覚悟しておこう。
Good idea. There's still a bit of time before dinner, so I'm wandering around the dorm in the process of that. I come across Ayumu standing near the entryway whilst removing his shoes. Did you go out somewhere, Ayumu?
水着を買いに。
Huh? I thought you said you already had a pair.
持ってない。大丈夫って言っただけだよ。
Great. Oh, did you now? Did you now? He gives a curt nod.
商店街の服屋さんが水着を売っていたのを、ちょうど昨日の帰り道で見かけたのを思い出したから。
That's why you said you'd be fine? But man, you should have said something if you still needed to buy a pair. I was thinking we could have gone together.
ごめん。
You look slightly disheartened.
今度からはそうするから。
What future? It's fine. You don't have to feel guilty about it. So anyway, did you find something you liked?
バッチリ。
Great.
T シャツも買ってきた。
Why a t-shirt?
日焼け対策の。上半身裸だと次の日が辛そうだから。
You know what sunscreen is for, right? You're certainly gonna be well prepared.
夏は紫外線に気をつけなくっちゃいけないって雑誌で読んだ。
So the magazine was where he got the idea. Oh, that reminds me, Ayumu.
何？
Have you finished all your homework for tomorrow?
まだ今からやろうと思ってたところ。
Ah, were you?
勉強っていうのは本当に面白いって思う。
I wish I had that kind of enthusiasm.
ユーモは楽しくない？
Well, to be honest, not really. Actually, if you're going to do your homework now, do you mind if we do it together?
一緒に？
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not even close to finish with mine. I've been putting it off, telling myself, still have plenty of time left in the day. I should really fix my habit of procrastinating. Me too.
楽しくないなら別に無理してやらなくてもいいんじゃないかな。
I guess. So I feel like that would lead me down a slippery slope. But I have to do it, otherwise Mio will yell at me. Well, maybe not yell, but I could see her refusing to make me lunch anymore.
そうなんだ。
Yeah, she would. So, if it's not too much of a hassle, could you help me?
僕と一緒に。
Yeah, I figured it might be a little more doable if we tackle it together. Let me rephrase it, Ayumu. You will give me the answers and I will write them down, alright? Good. Silently stares at me.
いいよ。
After a moment or so, he nods. I wonder what the pause was for. Not that I can really ask that.
一緒に課題を片付ける。なんだかそういうの友達みたいだなと思った。
Yep. My lips naturally curve into a smile.
お夕飯まで二人で頑張ろう。
Sure. I might slow you down though, so apologies in advance. Eventually, our much anticipated dinner time arrives. Oh boy.
皆さん、今日は私のために時間を割いていただきありがとうございます。感謝です。
For someone who's stated to have put love into their food. Never mind.
自分で言うのもなんですが、自信があります。うまくできたと思います。はい。
The room fills with a round of applause, but as someone who knows of the horrors to come, I maintain a solemn silence. Kana, did you taste everything beforehand?
もちろんちゃんとしました。バッチリ OK です。
Okay. Oh, really?
それで肝心なものは？ああ、はい、ちょっと待っててください。今お持ちいたしますね。
Uh-huh. She trots off to the kitchen.
ねえ、ゆうくん、聞いてもいい？
Sure, what is it?
まさかかなちゃんは料理が苦手だったりするの？
Yes. She peers off anxiously toward the kitchen as she inquires. I wonder if her honed instincts are are warning her that there's danger afoot. What do I tell her? Say yes.
夕飯の後にみんなが寝静まった頃くらいかな。いつも一人でガチャガチャ練習してたみたいだけど。
You noticed?
私って夜型だから夜食に何か残ってないかなって思って覗いた時にたまたま見たんだよ。
Bro, she's just like me. Is she? In that case, I should be honest. She's not very good at cooking.
何まさか鍋とか爆発させちゃう系？
Like death levels. Not exactly.
それとも触れる食材すべてをことごとく炭化させちゃう人？
That would be witchcraft, not cookery.
じゃあ化学調味料と化学薬品を間違えて使っちゃったりする？
That goes way beyond mere food poisoning. After stopping and thinking about it for a second, though, I realized something. Actually, you know what? You might be onto something.
どういうこと？
I think Kyo's remark is right on the money.
へへへ。
So cute. For some reason, she seems touched by that.
正解者にはご褒美。頭撫でて、お兄ちゃん。
What? Why?
いいから。
Oh, okay. That's what I said.
ふー
Her eyes narrow in apparent bliss. Well, moving on. I say, continuing to ruffle Kyo's hair as she nestles up to me. Chemicals might be a bit of an exaggeration, but I could very easily believe that she's accidentally been putting detergent in her food or something.
そこまでの味なの？
Oh, believe me. Oh, it looks pretty fine and edible, but when you take a bite, oh god. Shikara appears to be experiencing traumatic flashbacks. You and me both, brother. He's twitching, almost as though he's receiving an electric shock. Not to mention his horrifically pallid face. I advise you all to brace yourselves accordingly before eating what she's about to bring out.
覚悟しておけって、そういうのはもっと早く言ってよ。もう逃げられないじゃん。
Fear not. There's strength in numbers.
要は情けですか？
Yep, so that's the idea.
やりました！正解です！
Don't ask for a pat on the head too, Tsukasa. She cheers and jumps for joy.
私も
No.
ご褒美を。席が隣じゃないとご褒美はもらえないの。
Oh, right, yes. Unlucky. Better luck next time. Maybe you should have sat next to me, Tsukasa.
向かいの席です。私。
席変わる？
Oh,
本当ですか、お姉さん。
いいよ。
God damn it, Suzu.
ありがとうございます。
Suzu gets up and Tsukasa trots over to fill the vacancy.
お願いします。
She looks up at me, eyes full of expectation. I use a hand each to rub both of their heads simultaneously. Okay. What the fuck is even going on right now?
バカじゃないの？
You're just jealous that you aren't getting head pats, Mio. Well, back on what I was saying. I want you all to know what you're getting into beforehand.
大丈夫です、私。どのようなものでも火を通していただけてさえいれば。
What I say, I told you should eat literally anything. But now that Yuma's said that the food is shit to everyone, it's gonna come out and it's gonna taste fucking immaculate. She looks ready to eat her own share at this point.
地面に転がったものでも1分以内なら洗わなくてもいけますので。
It's the 5-second rule, but sure. One day I'm going to treat you to real food. I promise.
本当ですか？私も。
Huh?
私も何か美味しいものをいただけたらと。
Sure. We can all go together. We're busy talking.
お待たせいたしました。
Okay. Kana arrives back with plates in both hands.
何をやってるんですか、ユーマさん。
Oh, right, I'm patting their heads. However, her expression quickly turns sour when she sees me rubbing the heads of the two girls next to me. Good question. I wish I had a good explanation for this.
で、何を作ってくれたの？これはパスタ？
Yeah, I made some pasta with dirt and toilet water.
はい、そうです。少しでも皆さんに喜んでいただければと思って、私、頑張りました。
It looks good. But we shall not be fooled. Not a sec. You did me. You did it once. I shall not be fooled again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. She then sets a. They're replaying the same plate dropping sound effect. There are a lot more. There are a lot more plates being placed on the table than need be. She then sets a plate in front of each of us.
美味しそうです。とても。
I hope, I swear to God, for your sake, that it's good. Don't let appearances fool you. It only looks good. The lunch Kana made for me before looked perfectly appetizing as well.
私、特別に不吉祥だってことはないと思うんですけど。そうだね。そう思うよ。
Great.
でも、ここまで到達するまで時間がかかってしまいました。それでも地道に頑張ったんです。どうか食べてみてください。お願いします。
I'm praying to Yukihira Soma that this is good food. Silence ensues.
どうかいたしましたか？私、思うんだけど。別に苦手なら無理して練習することないんじゃない？どうしてですか？何事にも適材適所というものがあると思うの。適材適所。そう。ユーマも私も料理ができるんだから、できることはできるものに任せてくれればいいのに。
Bro, she hasn't even tasted the food and she's already ragging on her.
それは。あなたは掃除が得意なんだから、そういう長所を伸ばせばいいんじゃないかって思うけど。
Everybody nods in unison. They must have overheard what I told Suzu earlier. No shit. What do you mean? They all commented on what you were saying. What do you mean?
でも、
Her head is hung in dejection.
それでもやっぱり誰かに喜んでもらえるかもしれない特技とかはできるだけ多い方がいいって思いますし、それに得意料理の一品くらいは欲しいところなんです。そういうのを諦めたくないんです。私だって女の子ですもん。そうなんです。はい。ともかく頑張って作りました。味見もしました。少なくともちゃんと食べられます。そこのところは保証します。
So she's aware that her food is is the taste of death. She clasps her hands together and she makes her plea as she makes her plea.
だからどうか。
She squeezes her eyes shut, resembling in many ways right now a person confessing their sins to a priest.
どうぞお願いします。食べちゃってください。おかわりだっていっぱいあるので遠慮なさらず。
In the famous words of Gusteau from the movie Ratatouille, anyone can cook. So surely Kana can cook. What? Not it. Everyone is staring at me. Fuck. I have to be the test subject.
いや、ここはほら、旦那が先陣を切るものなんじゃないのかなってさ。
And Suzu brought up a good point. For once in her life. I am not her husband.
やっぱり大事な役目を取っちゃ悪いでしょ。
What special privilege?
そうなの。夫婦間の愛情確認に他人が入り込むのは不粋だと思うの。
Why are you playing along, Kyo? You didn't even know Kana and I were married.
おっと、僕はそろそろ出かけなくちゃいけない時間だ。
You've come this far, and now you're chickening out? As we're busy bickering amongst ourselves.
それでは
Uh-oh. Casa grabs hold of her fork, her eyes gleaming with determination.
私が行かせていただきます。
No, Tsukasa, don't do it. Don't leave this world without me.
お腹いっぱいで死ねるならそれはそれで本望なのです。
Yeah, but if you die on the first bite, you can't die on a full stomach. She clasped her hands together, having made peace with her inevitable demise.
どうか私のような子うるさいのがいたなというだけのことでも覚えていていただければ幸せだと私はそう思いますです。いただきます。
She takes a forkful of pasta and stuffs it into her mouth. Please be good. You've built it up so much, it can't not be good. That's not how it works. You have to subvert expectations. There's the word.
どう
もしもし
生きてるの？
Here it comes. Surely, right?
すごい。
I told you it was gonna be good. What?
すごい美味しいです。
She falls into a daze.
こんな美味しいもの食べたことないです。
She proceeds to zestfully shovel it in mouthful after mouthful.
お姉さんおかわりいいですか？メイドのお姉さん。
はい、もちろんです。ありがとうございます。
Anna gleefully runs off to the kitchen.
そうなんだ。美味しいんだ。
Suzu heaves a sigh of relief, then picks up her own fork. Okay. Now, if everyone else's is shit, that would be the cherry on top. If Tsukasa got the only good one, or if Tsukasa's is still shit, but she's had worse food, so she thinks this is the most delicious thing in the world.
なんだよ、無駄に心配させてくれちゃって、なんだか損した気分だよ。
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Shigure interjects, then continues in a hushed voice.
司くんはどんなものでも本気で美味しいと言いそうだ。
Bro, that's what I just said. Even after all is said and done, he remains ever cautious. Though, as the one who suffered the most at the hands of Kana's cooking, I can hardly blame him. Suzu stops her fork in midair before it enters into her mouth.
もういいや、めんどくさい。
Suzu?
次、行かせていただきます。
You on the... bruh. She offers a salute before putting the fork into her mouth. How is it?
なんだ。
ん？
普通に美味しいよ、これ。
Thank God. She blinks repeatedly, surprised.
本当？美味しい。パスタってすごい。
じゃなくてパスタと呼ぶだけでなんだかリッチになった気分になります。
Everybody adds their words of praise. Nah, imagine. Imagine it's like the imagine if Yuma and Shigure are the only ones who who taste the food and they fucking just die. Right? Kana never improved from the bento at the start. It's just Yuma and Shigure. Huh? Perhaps my worries were unneeded. I'm sorry, Kana.
何がですか、ユーマさん。
To be honest, I didn't quite trust her abilities.
まず食べてから謝った方がいいんじゃないかな。
Yeah, maybe you should do that. She has a point. Let's try it. I place my hands together and take a bite. This is really good. There you go. My eyes fly open. See, I told you. They built up too high, okay? If Yuma didn't say anything to Suzu, then it would be like, okay, then the food was gonna be shit. But now everyone was expecting the food to be shit, so of course it's gonna be good.
本当ですか、ユーマさん。
And then he just collapses. Yeah, for real. I'm in awe. I can't believe how you managed to get so good in such a short period of time. You worked really hard. She does a tiny fist pump.
もっと褒めてください。
I don't think I've ever seen a face like this. Yeah, it's amazing. I can tell you really tried hard, Kana.
撫でてもらいたいです。
I was waiting for it. You want me to rub your head?
さっき二人にしてたみたいに、私も撫でてください。
I mean, it's only fair considering that she's your wife. Oh, right. Sure, that's easy. I'll gladly do that for you.
ありがとうございます。私、感激です。
However, it was but a dream. What do you mean? What? Looks like I blacked out. Nah. See that? That's the best way to do it. I wake with my face planted on the table. Bro actually died.
大丈夫、ゆうくん。目がうつろだけど。
Where am I?
大変です。お兄さんが記憶喪失です。
How much of that was a dream and how much actually happened?
一口食べただけでバタリ。
Right. Did you guys have near-death experiences too?
私たちのご飯はとても美味しいけど。
I was right, bro. It's just fucking humor. That brings up more questions than answers. We know that now we know that Kana never actually made shit food, but now that poses the question of why Yuma and Shigure die when they eat Kana's cookie. That why was mine? I weakly lift myself up. Everything in front of me turns into a distorted blur.
ユー
I see Kana fidgeting apologetically.
マさんのは皆さんとは別に作ったんですけど。
Okay. So her food was shit. What did you put in that? Mine wasn't the same as theirs.
はい、ユマさんには絶対に美味しいって言ってもらいたくて、だからいっぱいいろんなことしました。口には出せないようなことをたくさんたくさん。
Oh, oh God. Don't tell me what you don't explain what you put in the pasta. How am I supposed to interpret that?
言えません、恥ずかしくって。
Her cheeks flush in a light shade of pink.
まずそうですね、口に出せるところで言えば、
I don't think I need to know. God, I think I can infer from your reaction, from your face. I think I know what you put in.
ユマさんの分はパスタを生地から作ってるんですけど、
すっごいなあ。それができるだけでも十分だって思うけど。
Okay, that's pretty normal.
ありがとうございます。ですけど、今日は生地を練るときに使う小麦粉と水を入れたらブクブク泡立つ白い粉と間違えてしまいましたけど、
And there are the chemicals Kyo is talking about. How? Can you repeat that?
泡が出るってことは大丈夫なものだから泡が出るんですよね。石鹸みたいに汚いものをきれいにしてくれるんですよね。
I'm glad that it wasn't what I was thinking of. But it's worse.
知ってる？それって重曹っていうのよ。
重症？
You're not meant to use baking soda in fucking pasta. You're making bread? What are you doing? I have to do everything in my power to resist the urge to quip at. Your head is full of bubbles.
えらい男の子だな、ユーマ。
Thank you, Shinku.
とにかくそれ以外にもいろいろと口に出せないような手間を惜しまずに作りました。愛情を込めてしっかりと。
Love.
管理人さんにはユマさんに食べてもらう用の料理を食べてもらったんですけど、美味しいって言ってくださいましたから。
Right.
僕はそのような口に出せないようなレシピを食べていたのか。
This is why you should have been honest. I don't know who I meant to point the finger of blame at here.